Okay, this is Decide This, and this is going to be a short reply to a little somebody out there. I'm not gonna name names this time, who made a little video talking about a price of a certain device, or a price that's gonna only happen at a certain store that a lot of people really aren't gonna find. Let's face it, people. Can you really tell me where where your local Microsoft store is going to be compared to the Apple stores? Yeah, Apple has a lot more stores at this point. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about something else. Because he went on to compare like two little things saying that, well, they're not part of my generation. It's why I can't understand them. The Connect and Twilight. Can you believe it? You know, I'm not born in that generation, or I'm too old of that generation, so I don't understand these two things. So I should just shut up and go to a corner and just shake myself to sleep every night because as soon as I get into those 30s, I don't know anything. First of all, let me explain something. The Kinect was made not for that previous generation of mine. The Kinect was designed and created for one purpose and one purpose only: to compete against the Nintendo Wii. And the Nintendo Wii was not designed for, that previous generation and telling that older generation to go fuck off. No, the Nintendo Wii was basically designed for, well, basic casual gamers of both young and new, especially, the old. I'm going to pretend that, Nintendo Wii's weren't sent off by health specialists to be taken to old folks' homes so they can all play Wii Sports all day. Yeah, that never happened, did it? Sent to that generation at a much more, beyond even my generation and all that. No, that didn't fucking happen. And then there's, Twilight. My generation just hates it because it wasn't made for my generation and all that other shit. No, 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 no. Most of us hate Twilight Saga for one particular reason and one particular reason only. Besides the glittery vampires, we hate it, and here's a big secret: it's a shitty fucking story. I know. I'm not a teenage girl. No, we hate it mainly because it's dumbing down the teenage females of the previous generation because it's a shitty story. Same reason why I really don't care for Titanic because, well, Titanic's one gigantic cliche of a film, except for the historical accurate parts. But still, let's put some cliche characters in there and nobody will notice. Just like Avatar. Harry Potter and The Hunger Games are much more better written stories that were made for the exact same group of people, but are also loved by adults. Yeah, there are adults out there who love Harry Potter, and there are adults out there who love The Hunger Games. That because The Hunger Games was kind of taken from both Running Man and a Japanese movie called Battle Royale, but it's still a great story in its own right. But Twilight's just in a class all by itself for being, you know, stupid and glittery vampires. But, it ain't part of my generation. I'm too old because because I just don't get them. Yeah, right. Besides the fact that it's dumbing down the previous generation, especially the last two movies, part one and part two coming out soon. and there being far, far more better movies out there and stuff made for little girls that you know that are a lot more better and much more appealed. I mean, hell, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic right now is a huge thing among both adults and kids. And as I mentioned, Hunger Games and the Harry Potter series far more better than what Twilight is. And the Kinect was not made for the particular generation and a particular group of people. The Kinect was made to compete against the Nintendo Wii. And they're pretty much their king game, let's face it, Star Wars Kinect, or Kinect Star Wars, was a lousy steam pile of piece of shit. Mainly because it insulted just about every Star Wars fan of just about every single fucking generation with the dancing Han Solo. Fuck you, Microsoft and LucasArts. Fuck you both. And then decided to battle nostalgia with nostalgia. How did they do that? Oh, that's easy. You can buy X, an Xbox Connect Star Wars bundle with a R2D2 like console and a C3PO controller and a specially made white Connect for about $400. And not only that, the console will even sound like R2 fucking D2, just like in the old movies. But you gotta play that shitty bull fucked up game. But then there's also Lego Star Wars. No, 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 no. This particular person hates all the Lego games. Because it was made a generation for him before him, and it wasn't targeted specifically for that person. Even though that Lego Star Wars is probably was considered one of the best games out there. But hell, what do I know, Sam?